Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome in Silent, welcome in Crucial Blue. Blue, how you feeling today? Hopefully not too terrible. Have my brushes ready. I need to shake my paint. Get that ready here in a minute. Blue, I wanted to show you something. I'll give myself a minute. Nurgle has arrived. That's unfortunate, man. Well, I have something interesting I found. I'll show you guys that are chilling right now. Let me get this contrast color shooken up. Shaken, shooken, straight shook. Alright. Yeah, alright. We'll give it a minute. So, I was digging through some old books and everything. And zoom out a little bit here. So first of all, I found this guy. This is the 3rd edition Space Marine Codex.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing...
Hey, is that Croc to Bible? Croc to Bible? So, they show you like the different chapters in here and how they paint them. This is how Ultramarines are painted. This was with the yellow trim. Hold on. The full Ultramarines chapter. They had every mini painted for the Ultramarines. Look at that. Every single Ultramarine is present in these two photos. Crazy. All right, that's not all blue. That's not all. But you can see like the white or like the yellow trim on them and like these old minis. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, it's been a good day so far. Also have stats. So you pick out, you have your squad, like your old stat blocks. This is all the room like a unit took up, which is just amazing. So 3rd edition. Another 3rd edition codex I have. Another one, Blue. I think you would appreciate this one a little more. I have Codex Dark Angels. It says 2nd edition. I think it's a 3rd edition codex. But look how thin that is. Look at that. Also, look at this this price here. $9.50. Look at these old Dark Angel minis. So all this codex, how many pages is this? Does it not even have page numbers? Doesn't even have page numbers. That's how small it is. It's too small for page numbers. When you go through the stats, there's Asmodai and Ezekiel, Commander Azrael, Veteran Sergeant Naaman. I don't know who that is. Master of the Raven Wing. Doesn't even have a... That's just like a special character they can get. Hey, T Slayer, what's going on? Look at the the Vindicator. Hey, these models were current until like a year ago, right? Or 2 years ago. Yeah, they showcase these painted minis. Yeah, standards. They do company standards and stuff. They tell you how to paint the little paint guides in here. Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep. A guide on how to paint a land speeder. And you just get like this simple. This is the Unforgiven. Yeah. Okay. All the different chapters. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in here. They show you all the different company markings and everything and what they do. But I thought this was cool because it's old. Also, like, this is the picture they chose for this guy. Look at that. Look at that picture. Poor Kindle Kinraid. Like they just like put him up against a wall and like took a disposable camera and took a picture of this guy. Where you have like this guy. He's got like professional headshot. See the difference? That's, yeah, I thought that was funny. But I was just looking through here and just like Ravenwing, Interrogator Chaplain, Dark Angels Heroes, Librarians. Yeah. Oh, they have special rules. There's Cypher. If the enemy army includes Cypher. So, lots of cool things. And of course, big old diorama for the inside of the cover. So I have those, and I thought something that was interesting was this third edition Space Marine Codex. And okay, this one does have page numbers. All right, the Space Marine Codex for third edition is 48 pages. The fourth edition one that came out, this is the fourth edition Codex. This is where Ultramarines got their gold trim. So you see all these, how much newer all these minis look. The Tyranids there. This Codex is 80 pages. But yeah, better looking minis. Look at those, the salamanders in there and everything. And then we have the 5th edition Codex. That's this monster. We got the inside page here. There's Cato Sicarius. It's like the main character of this book. And this one is 144 pages. So they kept almost doubling the page size. Yeah, this was before like Centurions, and I think this one had the I think it had with the Tech Marine, the Thunderfire cannon. I think that was part of this. Let's see. Is that in here? Librarian, Chaplain, Master of the Forge. The Conversion Beamer. Maybe that's like an elite or a probably a heavy support choice. There's a Tech Marine. A Tech Marine on a bike. That's cool. No, okay, there's no Thunderfire cannon in here either. That must have been 6th edition. No, here it is. Okay, Thunderfire cannon. That was the weirdest thing. That was like the new thing for this book, was the Thunderfire cannon. That's it. Like these unit profiles, you just have their rules here. And, you know, some of these rules are in, I think all of these rules are in the Space Marine book. But for the most part, like, the rules are either in the book or in the main rule book. That's how simple the unit entries were. And there was maybe, what is that, like 35, 40 options through the whole book, including special characters. You have the nice reference page of every weapon in the book listed here. I think those are all ranged weapons. Yeah, because there weren't profiles for melee weapons. All melee weapons were like a very standard thing. But yeah, old Codex. I thought that was really cool. I was having fun going through all those old codexes and old books. And I have rule books between 3rd and 7th. I skipped 8th. So the 8th edition core rulebook is the only one I'll have after 3rd edition. So but yeah, a lot of codexes. So if you guys want to see a codex, just give me a time. I have a lot of the 4th and 5th ones. I don't have all of them, but I do have quite a few. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to look through that stuff. Okay, we have Apothecary White here. That's shaken enough. This stuff down here. Make sure we have plenty. And here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna paint a squad of clones today. And if I finish him and I have time, then we're going to start on some commando droids. I don't think I'll finish both of those, but crazier things have happened. So we have Phase 1 clones. Zoom that in a little more. Hold on, there we go. Alright. We got Phase 1 clones. I primed them with Vallejo Gray primer. And then a base coat of Bright Neutral Gray from Pro Acryl. So that's what we're doing. And we're taking this Apothecary White, and we're just going to put a whole bunch of this all over the Mini. I just got like an old ratty brush to do this with. Basically getting everything with their weapon. We have to wait for that to dry. So maybe we'll do a little bit on the droids while we wait for this to dry. Because it'll take a minute. We only have 7 of these minis. Try to be efficient with our time today. Yeah, that old you have a thing? Okay, what's the thing? Oh dang, okay. Every day's a good day when you paint. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. 17 months. That's crazy. I don't even feel like I've been streaming for a year and a half, let alone the almost 4 years or whatever I've been streaming. Bits here. That's alright. Missed the notification when it came. Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Always great having you around, dude. So making this white armor without painting any white on the Mini. That's the ultimate goal. Paint them white, it looks weird. Have a nice clean workroom, reorganized workroom. I have so much space in this room. I feel like there's more of an echo now. I do have sound panels, yeah. Hey, Cody, for the Republic. My son and I have been playing Battlefront 2, like the classic Battlefront 2. It's been a lot of fun. We were playing through a galactic conquest as the Republic against the Separatists. It was the first time experiencing that, so that was fun. Yeah, I have sound panels. Some of them have kind of fallen down over the years, and I could spend some time getting those back up. It is weird. I have like a bunch of cheap ones, but it's weird being in a room like that, those two different points, like before sound panels and after sound panels. because you can hear the difference. Like everything feels so like still and quiet when you have the sound panels in a room, even if they're not like great sound panels. Like if they do anything to like dampen the like echo or like the reverberations or whatever, it's crazy. It's so satisfying though. Like everything just is just more pleasant. What's up, Yoshi? Hey, Spill Paint Pot. What's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday to all of you. As far as my room remodel project goes, I have some work to do in the game/print room. Otherwise, I think I'm done. Oh, I have a print or two I want to start anyway. Did I see you've transitioned from Tzeentch to Nurgle? What? What is that from? We don't welcome Nurgle in this house. Your recordings just have sound panels in them? It's like you walk into an auditory void. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Yeah. Oh, it's for Crucial Blue. Okay, yeah. I was wondering about that. Super uncanny until you start playing, then it's back to normal. Yeah. So not knowing what it was, I thought my eardrum was being ripped out. Oh my gosh. I think Yoshi's making a comment about you being sick, Blue. I could be wrong, though. Alright. Well, we got the Apothecary White on these guys. Let's see. First mini. Yep, they're going to need a little bit of time to dry. That's fine. We'll get our commando droids here. I just realized I put their shields in the freezer and they've been there all weekend, so we'll get their shields eventually. Okay. These guys, the client wants white, kind of like a white color. I don't want to make them the same white as the clones. And so to do something different, I think what I'm going to do, I don't want to do something like too warm of a white. I'm going to thin down. We'll get some contrast medium. And then what do I want here? It's Rattling Grime. Is that our color? I think Rattling Grime might be our color. Again, these are minis we're just going to cover. Yeah, Rattling Grime is incredible. It's a great color. Okay, we'll do 2 drops Rattling Grime. then we'll go like, we'll start with 4 drops, medium. We'll mix that around and see how it treats us. Please do not fill any pots with anything blue. No, we don't want that here. All right, let's do just a little test. I think like it might still be a little too dark. Yeah, a little too much. Let's get you off of there. Let's try 2 more drops. Contrast medium. We'll do 4 more drops. All right, 8 to 2, so 4 to 1. Medium to Rattling Grime. This brownish color, yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I think as a realistic shade, yeah, it definitely makes sense. Rattling Grime makes more sense. Yes, yeah, I have Lamy in medium, and I use it. Yeah, you know, I like this. I like this color. Testing on as a weapon. I think that's a good start for this, and then we can do some dry brushing or something as needed to bring their color back up a little bit. Yeah, normally when I'm thinning out washes and colors, I'll kind of mix up the contrast medium and the Lamy and medium. Yeah, we'll get this nice, like, kind of a dingy brown, and we're gonna build it back up to a white. That's actually a really good color for like the classic BX Commando droid colors. What's up, Zan? How you doing? Roger, Roger, indeed. Commando droids are really cool. This is actually a set I've never painted before, so this is new to me. I actually own some of these. The ones I'm painting aren't mine as a commission, but I own some of these and I'd never painted them. I bought these. They came out right around when COVID started. So like March of 2020, which is almost 5 years ago. It's ridiculous. And hey, Cultist, what's going on? How you doing? So I got these. I got the ARC Troopers. I got the TX-130, the like grav tank, the clone grav tank, and then the AAT, which is like the droid battle tank, basically. And I painted the 2 tanks, and then I kind of just stopped painting for a while, or I was doing something. I don't remember what I was painting, but you know, this is COVID, so working on some trench bases. Okay, you doing? Is this Deathcore of Krieg or is it Trench Crusade? Either way, very cool. Trying to fall asleep on death. Yeah, yeah. I get it. Put some wash on the gun. Yeah, got lots to do. Try to finish all these Star Wars minis this week for this gentleman, and then work on some 40K stuff for him next week, and then hopefully just be done. After these commandos and these phase 1s, I just have more clones to paint. I have a squad of ARC troopers. I have Captain Rex, and a Bark Speeder. Speeder bike, a little sidecar. This guy's missing his arm. His arm is still attached to his shield. Was the one that was already assembled that we didn't get to pop his arm off his shield. Hey, fun news, I should be playing in a Horus Heresy game this week against some Space Wolves. It'd be a fun time. Trench Crusade hype. Working on my warband. Cool, cool. What faction you playing? I know a little about Trench Crusade, but I haven't it's probably not something I'm gonna jump into or anything, but that's cool, man. It's always nice to see games kind of gaining in popularity like that. Homeless Crazy Priests, the Trench Pilgrims. Okay, nice. I need a little more wash. that pipette. Medium to CQC range. Oh, cool. All right. So they're crazy. I was going to ask if they were like flagellants in Warhammer Fantasy, but I think every army is like flagellants in Warhammer Fantasy. So, just kind of like the common theme. I'll get back to printing minis here soon. By the end of this week, I want to try to print something. Or this weekend. Okay, and there's a couple of these weapons I first decided not to paint, but now I'm deciding to paint them. Just loving another mini agnostic game. Yeah. One game I was wanting to try was what was the game? The like skirmish game where you play the necromancer, made by was it Vince and oh, who's the dude? Blue. Who'd you raid last night? Yeah, Death Wizards. Yeah, I can't remember his name. Mini. What is it? I don't know. My brain's not working. You would ask. Yeah. I don't know if you knew that. It didn't sound like you're familiar with that guy, but Uncle Adam is what people call him. But he's the guy that made some of those games. Yeah. Right. Yeah. He's a big content creator in the tabletop minions. Yeah, that's who it is. Thank you, Mydrol. Yeah. Yeah, he streams on Twitch on Monday nights. And Blue rated him last night. Be printing some Winterflame. No, probably not. My son wants me to print him some clone troopers, so I'm gonna do that. He wants phase 1s though. Rated? No. I don't think that's a thing. He seems like a nice guy. Okay, I think we're good to dry brush the clone troopers here. Let's put away some of these paints though. Yeah, I don't watch his YouTube content really. Like, he occasionally he's the dude Blue. He's the guy that submerges his airbrush. It's always submerged in like water or whatever, like 24/7 when he's not using it. He made a video about doing that, and I think everybody was like, "What? What?" Okay, we got some bright neutral gray. And we're just going to take this and gently dry brush it. over these troopers. A little like overbrush thing going on. Okay. Little dry brush there. I guess more of an overbrush. But yeah, Death Wizards looks like fun. Looks like a fun game to play. It's a skirmish game, and there's like a campaign system where you play a necromancer, and you level up, and you basically fight living opponents like AI, and then other necromancers, like the other players. And there's like battle necromancers and necromancers that specialize in raising like flesh golems or hordes of zombies, or you know, those kind of things. So. Yeah, there's like different classes in the game, but they're all necromancers. It's like, man, if there were ever a fantasy game that played to my interest. Big Z6 trooper. Anybody hobbying today? Getting some hobby stuff? I saw, Cultist is working on his French basing, right? Is that what it was? For his Trench Crusade minis. Warrior Sozin, what's going on? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. This guy, make sure everything's dry. I wonder if we can pull this same dry brush on the commandos and get a different effect. Just sat down. All right. Cool. Well, hope your day's going well. Right, and this guy is like the DC-15X maybe, the larger rifle. It's basically like the sniper rifle. Okay, Gosu, what's going on? I think we're gonna try it. We're gonna see. Not wiping too much off. Prints off the printer and take some proper pictures of Sigismund. Nice, nice. That sounds like a good day. Yeah, let's see how that white gets us.
Look at me!
Ooh, looking unfinished. Okay. Let's take a look. Nice. Oh, it looks so good. That base is really cool. Yeah, it's just a print. I love that his forehead isn't quite as massive as the actual Forge World Mini. But seriously, looks amazing, dude. Looks really good. He had a peanut head. He had the scale to be 5% bigger. That's funny. The creator of that overcompensated, right? The weird Forge World one. There. Make the armor look. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely like a more like the art style, right? The classic Space Marine art of the Marine whose head is super tiny. He just got giant armor. I know exactly which book that art is in. Ogre Forge Miniatures, what's going on? How are you doing today? It's Been a while. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. I hope life has been treating you well. Whoa, seriously? Oh man. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. What a crappy way to start the year. Yeah, yeah. Emergency appendectomy. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's not a fun experience. Alright guys, just restart the year, okay? I'd like to cancel my subscription in 2025. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, completely agree here. Just do it over, guys. Like that since 2020. Yeah, yeah. Just do over the decade, or the past, like we just do over like the past 15 years or something. That'd be cool. Longest 47 years I've ever lived. Oh man. Don't want to relive it, yeah. I mean, if we can go back and change it, that's the thing. Like, can we make sure Harambe doesn't die, or is that, you know, is that possible? Okay. Never know what will change. Yeah. I fell into the gorilla pin, yeah. And if the history books don't say that, I'll be sure to let my son know what really happened. All right. Next thing we're doing, we're going to get some contrast black Templar. All right, give it a good shake. Put this color down. let's not do that here. Okay. This is not the place. Okay. Taking an older ready brush, and we're gonna start getting the weapons and his fingers. Got a new 3D printer? Oh, nice. All right. What kind of stuff are you gonna print? For Loot Studios. Oh, cool. All right. Okay, we're just starting with that with our Black Templar. We'll go through each Marine, or not Marine, each clone trooper. Okay, print stuff for Malediction. Nice. All things I love about Magic's Commander format with skirmish war games. Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I don't play Magic, so. I know nothing more about the game after your description. Isn't Loot Studios like the monthly subscription people? Is that or is that someone else? That's like Loot Crate or Loot Box or something. I don't know who Loot Studios is. STL Company. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Game Found campaign. All the minis come in the box as card stock standees, but you get the code for STL files. That's cool. That's a cool way of doing it. Special weapons. These clone troopers were among the last plastic resin minis Fantasy Flight released for Star Wars Legion. It was these guys, and then Captain Rex and Count Dooku, and after that, everything else I think was just pure plastic, like hips plastic. Gorgeous lore is written by Tracy Hickman. Cool. Nice. Alright. Very cool, man. Hopefully Adepticon is a lot of fun. Another big Z6. Okay, alright. Here, I'll open up. I'll take a look after stream. Take a look through it. Super rude. You have to do it now. No. Just me browsing a website and talking about it. What's this clone's name? CT7757. What's his real name? CT7757. That's his real name. His name is Bacon. Yeah, they do have crazy call signs most of the time. Yeah. Or I guess all the time. They end up with names. CT is Clone Trooper. What is CB? Is that Clone Bacon or Clone Buddy? Definitely not Crucial Blue. Oh yeah, no, definitely not that. I would have never thought of that. An army of bots. So yeah, the clones aren't really your style then. You got more of like an IG-88 vibe going. The sassy robot lady? Are you talking the one from... Well, what's sassy robot later? His droid name is Roger, yeah. What just start hit you, Ogrekin? Yeah, commando droids are really cool. Yeah, I agree. Not prepared, but who is for a layoff? Yeah. How much of a notice did you have? I got laid off from a job in 2020, but I had like we had a straight up like 6 month notice, and I had known it was happening for like 6 years, and for some I decided to stick it out with the company because they had really good benefits and stuff. It was a really easy job. Still a weird feeling. Be like, cool, thanks. Like, thanks for nothing, employee. Bye. 20 minutes? What? Jeez. Do I regret sticking it out for 6 years? Not necessarily, no. I made pretty decent money at an easy job and had good benefits and got a pretty good severance, so... The severance I ended up getting was more than a year's like salary, so... Was 10 when Phantom Menace came out? I was 9, yeah. Yeah, that movie was so good to watch in theaters. Oh, 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. What a crappy company. Last job I stayed way too long. It was cushy, but I feel like I wasted time. Yeah. Yeah, I was working this job, and again, it was super easy job. I hated the people I worked with, but after a while, who doesn't, right? I got paid decent. I had tons of time off. I had awesome benefits. Like, they paid a lot of money into a retirement account. Obviously, I didn't retire, but like all those things, and I was like, like it's only, and I didn't know it was going to happen. Like when I was there, it wasn't like, yeah, in 6 years I'm going to be getting laid off. It was like, like business is moving away from us, so we're going to be going. It's just a matter of when, not if. And so I was like, well, I'll kind of write it out. I applied for other jobs and stuff to see what I would get, and I never got anything. So I just kind of stuck with it and used everything I could out of my benefits, and yeah, I got a carpal tunnel release surgery done before I got laid off. So to use my benefits the best I could. I think I paid like $200 or $300 for that surgery. It was all said and done, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I made sure those months kind of doing all the using all the benefits I could. What are we doing? What paints do you recommend painting? Sandstone? Yeah, okay, alright. I really like PA Khaki as a base color. Had to run my 401k over to my RA. Yep, gotta do that. On my left hand. Yeah, I had mine done on my right hand. But I think I need to get the other nerve, like in my elbow. A darker sand tone. Yeah, you'll probably want to like do some kind of wash and then some dry brush on it as well. Like you don't just want to do that color. Yeah, it was hurting when I was painting minis too. That was one of my big things. I just got back into painting minis. Like, man, I have to like shake out my hand every time I'm like painting because my hand would go numb, all tingly and then numb. Some colors to build up from khaki, like ivory or something is good. Ivory or maybe something a little bit more yellow, even like a pale yellowish color or something. Both probably work. It's a warm white. Warm white might be a good color. I like khaki. You're gonna get that color and you're gonna use it all the time. You're like, man, why did I wait so long to get this color? That's what's gonna happen. Alright, Ogrekin. Sorry, man, but it was good to see you. Hopefully, you're not out of work too long. Unless you want to be, then, but whatever, yeah, I hope you enjoy your time off and able to bounce back quick. It was good to see you. Yeah, I reported to my financial goals to make 100K there, and I asked him what it would take. He told me essentially wait 10 years. There's nothing I could do differently. Yeah. And that's like the moment, right? We're like, all right, I'm done. Okay. Under cloth or whatever. Apocalypse base. Yeah, sand makes sense for him, right? They take the weak, then jump in. Nice. Yeah, take a little bit of time. Light brown color and then build up to ivory. Yeah, that's good. That's a good call too. Yeah, Gosu's Sigismund looks great also. We're not going to do touch-ups until the very end on these minis. But they're, at this point, it's funny, they're almost done. I'm going to paint these like 212, who are the, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi's minis. So they have kind of like an orange, yellowish orange, like accents on them, so we'll be doing that. I use brush soap, yeah. Yeah, I do have like old crappy brushes, because eventually brushes do just, they always end up breaking down, and you know, there's always a point of no return. But yeah, my nice brushes, my sable brushes, I like the Monument Hobbies, the Gentastics Drunken Brush Goop. Brush I've been using has a point to roughly 8 streams of painting abuse. Okay. Wait, 8 whole streams and it's still going well? I hope I don't have to replace my my brushes after 8 streams. Would make this job and hobby unsustainable. Brush Goop. 2-step brush clean technique I think is the best. Winsor Newton brush cleaner is like a more gentle acetone. Use brush goop, clean the rest down. Okay, cool. I've never used the Winsor Newton stuff. I used the Masters for a long time. I had a company send me a product to try, to test out, and use that for a little while, and then now I use the Monument Hobbies stuff. These applicators? It's for model planes. I've seen them, I've never used them though. Mystic, yeah, okay, alright. Rosemary & Co. are pretty different. I have my old Rosemary & Co. brush here. I got a whole set of them when I got back into painting back in like 2018, 2019 maybe. Yeah, they were overall they were decent brushes. I didn't think they were like they were not on the same level as like Winsor Newton brushes. But they were dirt cheap when I got them compared to Winsor Newton brushes. I got a set of it was like a dozen sable brushes that were like specifically made for miniature painters. Like they picked out sets of brushes and it was like $40 for this set. They basically just get used as like wash brushes anymore, wash and contrast brushes, but that was also years ago. And Gale Force 9 Alien Minis? No, I haven't. No, never painted those. I can't think of a Gale Force 9 Mini I have painted, to be honest. Great, my whole weekend reorganizing, cleaning process. I found a good maybe 15 paint handles that had been used by minis that were just in a drawer in a box or somewhere. So yay, more paint handles. A lot of my good ones too, like my old the hex bottles that aren't they're short. They have good space for the blue tack. Don't slip on them as much because they have a little hex shape to them. So. Okay, now the commander, he has his binoculars here that we're going to paint with black. It's leather. I don't know if it's leather, but whatever. The strap and everything on it as well. You know what I want to do? I want to go through that 4th edition Space Marine Codex and see if we can't make like famous chapters using the chapter trait system in that codex. I'll have to show you guys how this thing works. It's a really cool system. You basically pick like buffs and debuffs to your chapter, and it's like a kind of like a point system, or like it's like major and minors. So if you choose like a major trait, you need to choose like 2 negative traits. If it's like a minor positive trait, you only choose like 1 negative trait. But it's really gamey and like open to abuse. But it was cool. Yeah, no kidding, yeah. Who would have thought? Okay, 2 little things here. I want to get the binoculars on this guy. Don't know what to do with their swords yet. We'll wait on there. There's another guy with a grenade. And a war crimes grenade right here. Some green on this later. It's a toxic grenade. All right, let's see. Hold on, we gotta take a look here. All right, 4th edition is this one. It's fine. Okay, chapter traits. Let's see here. All right, move you guys out of the way. We're gonna do Man Reads book. Let's zoom back. All right, so you have advantages and drawbacks. Minor, notable, significant. So you select 1 advantage from any trait, 2 advantages, or if you're significant. Okay, so this is how you are in relation to diverging from Codex chapters. So Codex chapter is just the book. And if you're a minor divergence, you select 1 advantage and 1 drawback. 2 advantage, 1 major drawback. They have major and minor drawbacks. 2 advantages from any 2 different traits. Okay, and there's traits and then... Dang, okay. So there's traits, advantages, and divergence and drawbacks, but there's minor and major drawbacks. So let's see. We have, here's the traits. We have pious, zealots, dutiful, wise, and then codex is just the thing. Honor the teachings of the codex is what it screams at you. Courageous, somber, stern, and fierce. So if we want to take... Man, let's see. What kind of chapter? Let's take a... I imagine, if we're saying Imperial Fist, they'd probably be dutiful and a minor divergence. I mean, they're a Codex chapter, let's be honest. But let's see. What do they got? They have Never Despair, No Mercy, No Respite, and Honor Your War Gear. So Never Despair, at the end of the game, can roll an extra die. Oh my god, that's crazy. What a crazy rule. At the end of the game, the Space Marine player can request an extra turn to be played. So you roll a die on a 4+, you play an extra turn. Oh my gosh. All right. So you just say, "Hey, we're going to play an extra turn." Okay, so Honor Your War Gear can take Devastator squads as elites and or heavy support. If taken as elites, they must take the Tank Hunter or Infiltrate skill at +3 points per model. And they also have No Mercy, No Respite. Tactical Squad or Assault Squad can take Furious Assault. Okay, that's very much like a Blood Angels thing. Ultramarines Light Unwavering Discipline advantage. Blows up Fortress Monastery. Yeah, they blow up their own monastery. Let's see, Blessed Be the Warriors. Assault Squad has elites and fast attack choices. Okay, Cleanse and Purify. Tacticals can replace his missile launcher with a flamer or his... Okay, Cleanse and Purify is cool. You get 2 special weapons, so the heavy and the special. Here's a White Scars one, Swift as the Wind. And that's under Courageous. Bike Squadron has elites. And must take Hunter or Furious Assault. Oh, and or as troops. Taken as troops must be at least 5 models strong, and they can take Expert Rider skill. Take Dreadnoughts as heavy supports or elites. You can take more venerable Dreadnoughts. The drawbacks. Yeah, you could build a lot. You could build a whole bunch with this. Scions of Mars. Tech Marine gets an extra wound for 15 points. Suffer not the works of heretics. Get tank hunters to your squads. 1 point per model. You can be an expert at fighting Xenos. Specific Xenos. Take the fight to them. Yeah, my buddy would do this. Killa Cam would take this one all the time. It's called Take the Fight to Them. Any model with a bolter in a tactical marine squad who's not an independent character can exchange for a bolt pistol and close combat weapon at no additional cost. That was one he would always take, and I think he would take the that one, and then there was it was No Mercy, No Respite. So your tactical squad gets Furious Assault, which gives them +1 strength on the charge, with a close combat weapon and a pistol. So they're just melee. It's very like Blood Angels, right? Oh, they give you examples. Okay, all right. So they show you some different chapters, and they tell you what they'd have. So they actually have Blood Ravens in here. This is the first codex that came out after Dawn of War. And so yeah, they actually put Blood Ravens. And they have, let's see, their drawback is flesh over steel. So they don't have a lot of equipment. A lot of the vehicles are 0 to 1. They can't use fancy stuff. And every transport uses a fast attack slot. But then they have Trust Your Battle Brothers. Let's see, a Command Squad, Veteran Squad, Tactical Squad, Assault Squad, or Devastator Squad can take Counter Assault or True Grit. Models with True Grit and a Bolter are assumed to have a close combat weapon at extra cost. Okay. That's really good, actually. So Bolter counts as a... or they get the close combat weapon. True Grit, I think you can use your rapid fire weapon as a pistol in combat. And they have See But Don't Be Seen. Infiltrate on squads. Acute Senses. Okay. Yep. Imperial Fists have death before dishonor. Into the game. Opposing player can... Okay, so this one lets your opponent request an extra turn. This drawback. So you don't get to request it, but your opponent can. And they have Suffer Not the Works of Heretics. Okay, you get Tank Hunters on your minis. That's boring. Yeah. Crimson Fist have a rule called Faithful Unto Death, which is this one. One less elite fast attack and heavy support choice than the mission permits. Yeah, that's cool. So, chapter trait system had a really good like build your own chapter rules. 5th edition changed it. They didn't have those rules, but what they had was if you took an associated special character for that chapter, then you would get the rules that that chapter had. So, for example, if you had like Captain Lysander, then you would get special rules for the bolters and all your Marines. I think it was your Marines. I don't know. Here, I'll look it up real quick. I have the book. We have the power. 5th edition Codex. Where are you, Captain Lysander? Pedro Cantor, I think they got stubborn on their units. Lysander, let's see. Oh, okay, it just gives you stubborn on your units. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, Vulcan Histon had the best one. Yeah, I gave Mastercrafted on all like flame and fire weapons. Yeah, that was by far the best one. That was the one everybody took, like all the tryhards. You just reroll all your hits or wounds on those weapons. Okay, we're getting out some Iyanden Yellow. I also want to clean up my Black Templar here. Contrast paint is one of those I try not to waste, so I'll kind of put it all back in the pot. Okay. Iyanden Yellow. Let's take a look at this pattern that we want. Okay, it's pretty simple. Start on this guy. We're getting the fins here. We'll just do that on everybody before we continue to move on. Let me zoom back in a little bit. Okay. Try to get down. We'll do this on some. We'll change it up on everybody. If some things match, some things not. Alright, pretty simple on that guy. Let's do this guy. Let's do the whole shoulder. Let's get a couple spots in between. I like doing these little like hand guards. This guy we can do like the upper chest armor. This guy will do stripe down the shoulders. Your print turn out, Gosu? Turn out well? Try to put a little more yellow on this guy. Yeah, the sergeant and all. Let's see, we'll do. Alright, so we got this. Let's do a second coat of this color. Nice thing about Star Wars Legion minis is there's like a really big simplicity in them. How they're painted and the number of colors used. I think the most difficult faction, like main faction to paint, are the Rebels. Even it's just like a lot of natural colors. At that point, it's like painting older Imperial Guard minis. It's not like painting newer minis with a lot of like extraneous pieces, you know, details for the sake of details. You love some detail creep? Oh, I hate detail creep. I want to be able to sit down and paint 100 minis at once, not spend 100 hours on one mini. What's up, Raja? How you doing? Still work? Yeah. Your office finally not flooded. You're in another office. Oh wow, okay. Alright. Jeez. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Breachers are for Horus Heresy. I don't think they have rules for them. I don't even know if they have Legends rules for Breachers. Okay. A couple little things to do here. Stop messing that up, that'd be great. Third time sick this winter. That sucks. Painting son was sick this past weekend. Yeah, ended up staying home from school. He had a fever. Stayed home from school on Friday. So I had big plans to do stuff. Not able to do them. Death W2V. No, I don't remember you. Welcome back, though. Hope you're doing well. You can play an Armada tournament this week. That's awesome, dude. What are you bringing? Mobile gamer? Okay. I don't remember. Gotta build a list. All right. Make sure it's something you're familiar with. It's the most important thing. All right. Some easy things here. Let's put out some more of this Rebels. Rebels are fun. Rebels are definitely what I'm most comfortable. And you guys are playing with like the new rules and stuff. No, I'm sorry, I don't remember you. Let's get this little brush here. I have no fantasy of actually winning. Well, you know, you want to do good though, right? That's fair though. I get it. Yeah, sorry, Death. I see a lot of people every week. It's hard for me to keep track of specific people. 5 games until 3. Yeah. Yeah, we used to tell people in our Armada group, you got to lose your first 20 games, and then you can start learning the game. Starhawk. Yeah, Starhawk's really cool. That's cool we have one. I didn't play test the Starhawk, but when I play tested, the Starhawk was just like finishing its play test round, so we got to play with the Starhawk and see all of its rules and everything. And it was cool because there was no actual like visual of the Starhawk before that. Fantasy Flight put out the first actual like visual representation of a Starhawk, and so seeing its rules and seeing how much of a beast it was and everything, like, yeah, we all got to like wait, and yeah, FFG was the first people to show off what an in-universe Starhawk looked like. It was a cool moment. Okay, what's going on, man? Random question. Feasible is a 4-person 40k. Yeah, it's feasible. Yeah. Blue, you play 4-person games, right? Yeah, you guys play a lot. Do you only have 2,000? Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a long game, though. Just be ready for that. Yeah, it's a great mini. I agree. Definitely one of my favorite ships that they put out. I need to fill this holder with sand. Hit Venators, so I'll be able to run a proper Republic fleet. Oh, cool. Alright. Yeah, free-for-all is going to take a lot longer than a team game. Than like a 2v2. Because when everybody has to do their turn, a way to play that, if you're doing a free-for-all or, you know, even a big game, you run everybody's turn simultaneously. And how that works, you know, obviously it doesn't play like a quote-unquote real game of 40K, but everybody does their movement phase at the same time. And if you have disputes or, like, you know, just you try to make sure people aren't like, you know, I'm going to wait till you move so I can move up and charge you kind of thing. But roll a dice if there's a dispute, you know. Roll off, whoever gets the highest gets to choose or whatever. And then have everyone do their shooting phase at the same time. And you pick up minis at the end of the phase. So all the models get to shoot. It's just at the end of the turn they get picked up. So that's the way everybody gets to use their minis, and there's no, like, no feels bad with it. But yeah. You got a group you're playing with, Mercrain? Okay, they're seeing in that one. Yeah, each person bringing 1K and doing a 2v2 is probably the easiest way to do it. I played the simultaneous turns once for a big, like, Apocalypse game, and it was great. Into it, one of us really likes the idea of 4-person match. Oh, cool. All right, nice. Alright, the light touch up on those. Not much else to do on these guys, but what I am going to do, though, I'm going to take some, what's a good color here? Warm yellow as maybe a little bit of a highlight. Yeah, free-for-alls get messy. I want to say Games Workshop put out in, like, a White Dwarf, like, free-for-all rules. Not that they would be great just because they're from GW, but it might just be a more, you know, easier way to get people to accept how the rules, you know, are. Some people are really hesitant when it comes to house rules and stuff. If you're just like, yeah, GW wrote this, and then they'll accept whatever it is. There's actually a lot of people like that. Too much yellow on there. Tone it down a little bit. For 2v2 not doing simultaneous, how do army rules and attachment stuff work? You just bring your own army, and you just, like, everybody just treats their own army like their own army. It's just you happen to be on the same side as your teammate. That's all it is. Like, you target your own stuff, you generate your own command points, you target your own stuff with stratagems. That's the simplest way to do it. Oh, so you did shared stuff? Okay. Yeah, if you're playing where you're like, we just need, we have limited table space, so we just don't play a game, I would say a 2v2 and army's your own. You have your own command points, your own stratagems, just target your own army and all that. It minimizes like the discussion needed between teammates, which could be a time sink, but also like I don't know if you guys want to do that, then that's the thing. Little bit of yellow highlight is nice. A lot of extra actions on the table. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're doing like a 2,000 point battle and you're, you know, between the two teams. You have double the command points. That is a good point, Blue. I can tell you've actually played a 2v2 game in 10th edition. Because you have that stuff thought out. Fair share, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You don't play team games like that to be like serious. You can be try hard. Oh yeah, we did that for my buddy's bachelor party too. We played a big game of 40K. We made a big apocalypse game, and I did everything I could to get him to lose. So it was him defending the center of the board with a teammate, and halfway through the game, his teammate betrays him and turns on him, and the dude he still won the game. It was like 5v1. It was ridiculous. It was Kill a Cam. Yep, you got it. He has the greatest luck of any wargame player I've ever known. At least in 40K. Yeah, he was playing his Blood Angels, and this was probably 5th edition 40K. And he had an Imperial Guard ally that was defending with him, and they had the middle of the board, like a huge like base in the middle of the board, big defensible position. And we had I was playing my Drukhari. We had, what else? Orcs and Grey Knights and all kinds of stuff attacking them. Maybe Tyranids. I don't remember Tyranids or not. But yeah. We attacked him, and halfway through the guard player, we planned it ahead of time, me and the guard player, but we planted the Inquisitor, saw some of the like Black Rage or whatever, and deemed them heretics, and ordered the guards into attack. And so it's supposed to be like glorious last stand of the Blood Angels. And when the guard turned all their guns on him, he just tanked everything. And then proceeded to kill all the guard. Okay. One more thing I want to do here. Where's this color? That's it. All right. Just a little extra thing. I like this Griff Charger Gray. Heard of him. Sounds on brand. Yeah, yep. It is. I probably have 100 stories of him doing crap like that. Griff Charger Gray is really good. I'm going to put it on the weapons, specifically on these clones. And it gives them just a slight, like, blue, like, cold tint. Helps separate them out from, like, the body suits they're wearing. I tried everything to get Cam to lose that game, and he just wouldn't. It's alright, though. I can beat him in Middle-earth. I beat him in that tournament back in December. He would have won first if I didn't beat him. But I won, so... We played a bunch of... we played a couple practice games, and he crushed me every single practice game. I was like, alright, like, that's cool. I'm not gonna worry about winning this, this tournament. You know, I'm just gonna go have fun with my list here. We played our actual game, and it was a complete slaughter the other way. It was also in the almost 25 years of playing war games with him. That was the first time we'd played each other in a tournament. Alright. These clones are basically done. Just like that, you're home. Nice. Alright. That was a rough day, huh? Okay, Griff Charger Gray done. Brutal. Yeah, rough day, I'm sure. You missed it, Zen. We were looking up old Imperial Fist rules. We put silver on them, okay. Oh, that's good. All right, so I'm thinking some blue. When 5 days in office, the result, a ton of people quit to find work elsewhere. Oh, nice. Let that be a lesson. Okay. I'm gonna use some dark gray blue. Yeah, I think that's, you know what? I'm gonna start with dark blue. Okay, we're gonna take this dark blue and we're gonna start painting accents on these commando droids. Excuse me. Virtual anyway. My floor alone probably see 200 people. You have 10 conference rooms. Yeah. Yeah. So the point, Zen, is that these companies and the owners of these companies have to have this property so they can borrow against it and use the property as collateral. And then the interest they pay is lower than the taxes they would pay if they just had income. That is why they need to own those buildings. So it's collateral. That's the whole thing. What else? Everyone's gonna park when everyone gets mandated. Really? That's annoying. I had to move to like external lots or something. Let's see, I think we'll do the shoulder piece in blue. And shuttle over, yeah. Better be able to clock in before you get on that shuttle. Okay. So we got some blue on this guy. I think that's appropriate amount of blue. That's just the dark blue, so we'll highlight it up a little bit. Find a medical excuse, nice. Say you got worms. Recommendations for Squadrons for Rebels. So the classic one. Are you want to do like one big ship? Starhawk, but you need support. X-wings are always good. Y-wings are good for cheap bombers. I don't know if you're looking for more bomber focus or like close air support. I know there's Tycho, the A-wing Tycho, and Shara Bay are both really good as screeners. If you're going bomber heavy, I think Jan Ors is really good, and counter enemy squadrons, yeah. Yeah, Biggs and X-wings I think are really good. Biggs Darklighter, and some X-wings to follow them around. I think Jan Ors lets other units use her brace tokens, which is also another good one for like, not taking big spikes of damage. Yeah, and A-wings are always nice because the counter rule. They can't attack you without taking damage in return. YT-1300s are good with Biggs also, because and Jan Ors, because they're extra tough and they have that escort word. And they have counter, I think. They have counter 1. It's like they're really good, even though they're super slow. Their speed is their biggest disadvantage, but... The key with countering enemy squadrons is you don't want to spend too many points on it. You're basically like... Your thought process should be if... what am I stopping? And... like if you spend your full 134 points on squads... and they're all just anti-squadron, it's a waste of points. Especially if you fight someone that doesn't have squadrons, then you don't have the bomber capability or whatever to make use of your squads in any reasonable capacity. So that's not worth it. So you need to spend less. The whole point is to spend less than the person you're fighting, but then also be able to stop what they're doing. And it might mean not stopping it all game, but maybe just a turn or two, and that might be enough to give you the favor in the game. So keeping it cheap and thinking about how you can speed bump the enemy bombers is the best thing. A lot of big counter squad, if you're planning on killing enemy squadrons, you might spend 60-70 points on squads. But I don't think that's necessary if you just want like close air support type thing. Just to, you don't need them to do damage, you just need them to counter the bombers and stuff. You can spend way fewer points and still do pretty reasonable. And then you don't feel like you wasted points when you end up fighting a squadronless fleet. I'll need to do some more airbrushing tonight, because there's no way these droids are going to take me 4 hours to paint tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited to try the Brewer Belt. Yeah. hoping this weekend I'll run some prints. I made some build plates up. I'll get there. I'm still wrapping up my whole like reorganization and everything, so I did want to tell you, Zen, I had a container, like a plastic tote, full of like 3D printed minis, and it was like my like Death Corps of Krieg, Epic Armageddon Army, if you remember them. You remember I printed like the trenches. Those trenches were the first, so there was like, the edits that you did and stuff, all that stuff. Those trenches were the first minis I ever hollowed. You know, and I put some drain holes on them and everything, and they were fine. A bunch of them exploded in that container. There is like liquid resin all over that container, and like covered half those Krieg minis. So, RFND, welcome. How are you doing today? I am doing well. Alright, Rage, I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, at least those in the container, and those aren't like active minis that I'm using, you know? Poor yellow boys. What do you mean you're yellow boys? Oh, yeah. Well, I am thinking, Zen, I don't know if you moved those other Tyranids out of that cabinet, but you might be best to do that. At least that epic stuff. Because if the one Carnifex exploded, then I bet more of them will. Yeah, because I think the way whoever made that file made it, they just didn't bother to check if there were pockets or whatever. Okay, yeah. It's a place you want to try. Oh, I can't remember. I have to look it up. No, I legitimately don't remember. Small hole popped and oozed all over my paint table in the garage one year. Yeah. Beholder Mini. Yeah. Yeah, I think what happened with the Tyranids, I printed these Tyranids for Zen like 2 years ago or something crazy, whenever I got my printer. And I think what happened is the files, they were like Epic Armageddon scale stuff. So, like a little 6mm scale. The people that made those files, I think what they did was they just took full-size minis and they just scaled them down. and then, you know, just put them for free on cults. Like, hey, look, cool, epic stuff. But they didn't factor in, like, that there are all these, like, little gaps and everything in the minis that when you shrunk them down, it, like, closed in the pockets. In those little tiny pockets, just, you know, slowly cured and expanded, built up the pressure. My Krieg trenches exploding were totally, you know, my fault of, like, not knowing how to hollow out minis. Because, like I said, that was the first time I'd ever done that. Yeah, I'd be really mad if that happened from an Etsy purchase. Because someone selling on Etsy should definitely know better. But I seem to hear about that happening quite a bit. You know, random rant thing, but as someone who is not currently subscribed to Disney Plus, I got an email from Disney Plus this morning that they are changing their terms and conditions for, you know, subscribers and stuff. And they give you a summary, which I'm sure is not comprehensive in any way, but in their summary, they say that their service will play ads even when you select a no ads level of Disney Plus. So they have the right to play ads even when they have an ad-free level, like premium level, with Hulu and with Disney Plus. I was like, man, these companies they're just begging for people to pirate. Yeah, and they also put in, I don't know, they updated their arbitration agreement, which may or may not include the specific instance if you die at Disney World and you're a member of Disney Plus that you can't sue them. Yeah, it is. Ruth is switching to Netflix back in the day with no more commercials. Yeah, Sozin, yep. We did, we got rid of cable maybe in like 2017, 2018. We're like, this is amazing. We have, you know, like we have 2 or 3 streaming services. Was it just like, no, maybe it was just like Netflix. We're like, we'll just watch Netflix. Like, who cares? Netflix and YouTube. And that was it. Maybe Amazon. I don't even remember, but yeah. Then they started putting ads and everything, and then there's 100 services, and shows and movies don't stay on one service for any amount of time, even when they own the show or they created the show, like The Expanse with Amazon. It's wild. Yeah. Waterbug. It's annoying. Like, everything in this world is about nickel and diming everybody out of everything they have. And I hate that. So anyway, join my Patreon, guys, and subscribe to not get ads. Or to get minimal ads. I don't know. I don't know if Twitch plays ads. But, yeah. Fiance and I recently been buying up old movies. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We're just going to bring back DVD players. Never got rid of yours. Yeah, I still have my PS3. That's my DVD player. Okay, last one whose arm is in the freezer. I know, man. Yeah, see, I'm being, I don't know, tens and hundreds of dollars down. That's what these companies are doing to me. The nice thing about painting minis or playing these games is you don't necessarily have to, as much as Games Workshop tries to make it to where you're, chasing meta or, fear of missing out tactics and all these other things. Like, you don't have to do that, and you can still enjoy this hobby just fine. And I don't have to watch ads while I'm painting. Choose what I do here. Not paying a subscription service for my paint pots. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even when you buy video games anymore, you don't own them unless you're buying on like GOG. They have their you buy to own the DRM free or whatever, but you buy a game on Steam, like, you don't own the game. You pay for the privilege to play that game, as long as they let you. Or Neuralink, everyone to have unskippable ad pipe directly into their eyeballs. Yeah, it's like Black Mirror, right? You guys remember that Black Mirror episode? Where your room just plays the ads, and like if you don't have the money you can't skip the ads, and if you close your eyes it waits until you open your eyes and like watch the ad. Is on all that crap. Yeah, yep. Canceling subs. Yeah, what my family does is we pick one streaming service a month. If something has a show that came out or something we want to watch, and or a couple shows, and we pay for that one that month, and we don't have any others, and that's it. So every month we kind of figure out, like, hey, here's the day this streaming service is up, what's the next one we want to do, and that's how we decide what we're going to watch. Books are cool, that's right. I spend most of my time painting, but Painting Wife and Painting Son both read a lot. Yeah, exactly, Blue. Exactly. Okay, we have this gray-blue now. Come through and let's just get a quick highlight over this. These guys got the shields. They do, yeah, yeah. About half of them have shields. I think there's 4. 1, 2, 3 of them have shields. No, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but they're not present at the moment because they need to be fixed. I put them in the freezer and then left them there over the weekend. I completely forgot about them until this morning. So we'll be doing work to clean those shields off and hopefully make them look nice. Get them back to their natural state so I can paint the shield separate from like the like energy part that goes in between the frame. I figured the blue was good for separatist colors since they have kind of this off-white. We do the vibroblades. I'm not totally sure yet. I think I'm going to put like a brownish wash over these. And then I'm going to, I think, dry brush silver on the blade. So darken them out. I'm going to use that same color. I think I'm going to wash around this like midsection. Like the kind of abdomen section here. To break up like this white color a little bit. That might be a good case for some more watered down, thinned down rattling grime. This does make me want to paint my own commando droids. I'd probably do mine in the classic, like dingy brown gray and orange. Yeah, after we do this little highlight here, let's do the little wash. Storm's outfit in white. Oh, that's cool. How are they painting it for the game? Like, how did the studio paint it? Because, yeah, when I think of, like, Storm's outfit, I think of, like, the white one. For Old Witch Minis. Black leather. She's sculpted like her new design, which is black. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, the white's cooler. I think you're right. Okay. This rattling grind, do I have some left here? That's not nearly enough. Let's get that back out and we'll change that up. Are you rattling grime? This one will do like a 1 to 2. My uncle going to bed. All right, feel better, man. Hopefully tomorrow's a lot better for you. Okay, 2 drops rattling grime. And we'll just do 4 drops medium. Yeah, okay. Nice darker color. Yeah, soup with ghost pepper, jack grilled cheese. Nice, that sounds good. Did you make it or did you buy that from somewhere? Nice. Yeah, sounds good. Me and the painting wife did our meal prep for the week, and it's we did like turkey club wraps. Super good. I've been excited for my my breakfast lunches this week. I made cheese at home. Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. I think that was it for the sword one, so just the midsection here. Break up this like off-white color and make it look a little brighter just by putting some darker areas around it. Rattling Glimer if I were starting a new army. I don't think it'd work well with current Night Lord schemes. Definitely don't want to use on my accent. Yeah, Rattling Grime's a really good color. Sin, I saw there is a Warhammer 30k subreddit, and someone posted yesterday a unit they made, and they were counting them as called Spatha attack bikes, like just the normal like motorcycle troops, and they refer as Night Lords. And so he took Night Lords, and he put them on the Krieg Death Rider horses, and is counting them as his bikes, as his like bike units. They look pretty awesome, actually, like big mutant horses. Yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. Oh yeah, makes sense for him then. Okay. White, blue. What are some other... that's right, the blades. Their eyes. Yeah, we gotta get their eyes. Okay. I'm gonna try something a little different for their eyes. I'm going to try some white ink. I'm going to try to just put this white ink into like their eye sockets. And we'll try to fill it in with some color. Really well. Last one, and we'll see if we need to do a second pass. Now they should have like these eyes should stay white. I actually kind of like them white. I think it's well because they don't glow. Yeah, so his don't. Good thick layer. Good. Here's the service. PC headset. It's finally on its way. Oh, that's too bad. That's good timing, though, right? This didn't happen like a few months ago. They knew, yeah, it held out. Did their duty. Can be turned into a dreadnought now. Well, I mean, just painting a casual 14 minis today. Yeah, we're gonna base all these guys together. But I like the white eyes on them. I think that kind of fits their aesthetic. Razor Barracuda set. Okay, cool. Also, what's up, Joach? How you doing? I need to get their shields, which will be a project. I might get those out of the old freezer here in a little bit and make sure they're good. Start working on those. I need to. I have a squad of ARC troopers, which is 7 of them. I have Captain Rex, and I have a Bark Speeder, and that's it for the Legion stuff. On top of that, for the same project, I have a some Imperial Guard. There's a Vindicare Assassin, there's a Commissar, there's a Cadian Castellan, and there's 15 Scions. But I have to do some work before I can get to those, because there's some stuff missing on them and everything. So, but yeah, that's what I have to do. So tomorrow I'm thinking I'll work on those ARC troopers, and we'll get those guys together and painted. They'll take more effort than these, because they have like capes and stuff, little like skirts or whatever. And the Bark Speeder. I've never painted a Bark Speeder before, so that should be fun. Maybe I did. I did paint a Bark Speeder before. It was a long time ago. But yeah, so we'll get that stuff painted tomorrow, and then I have no idea about Thursday. We'll see. It's like an elite droid army. Send your armada. Yeah, send me the armada list, yeah. These guys are elites in a droid army, but the clones are not part of the droid army. No clones in the droid army. These commando droids are like the equivalent of like ARC troopers, which are like elite, clones and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I own 2 squads of these. I just never painted them. Painting Wife painted one of these. I never painted one. Yeah, send me the armada list, and I'll try to see what I can if I could be helpful with it. But guys, I think I'm gonna call it there. We got a lot done. 14 minis. Legion minis are simple to paint, though. Even when they're complicated minis, they're all pretty simple to paint compared to 40K. So it's great. Yeah, no problem, Raja. But you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow about 10 a.m. and we painting more Star Wars Legion. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.